world. And there's a story. I'm gonna say this quick as well. The story of three triplets in the stomach. One triplet, and the one baby, the one fetus in there. He's the complicated part of. And he's like, man, like it's so hot in here. Like, there's no space. The other one is the kind of anxious one. He's like, man, like it's just, I don't know what to do, blah blah. And there's the third one. This is the one that kind of just listens and this is the one they call the fool. The one that they're like, man, this dude's crazy. Like, he always talking about he can hear stuff on the outside, like he can hear some music. And what he's really saying, the third one finally speaks one day. He's like, oh shit. He was like, I think this is it. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, like they've been preparing for us. I've heard the music, like I've heard them saying names, like I've heard people like touching us, like I've heard it. And they're like, bro, you're fucking crazy. He says, no, I think we're about to be delivered, bro. So boom, when they're born, they don't remember anything. But those babies, those spirits are the same spirits that are carried through in people. The angry one, and like, oh, it's human space, so we do the same thing every day. The anxious one, blah, blah, blah. And then the third one who just listens to the music, who's just knowing that there's someone preparing for us. And I say that to say, because when we go from fetus, and we are children because we have the same eyes that we have when we're children. That's how I know that. And it's this state. This is like, okay, we were born out of a stomach, right? Boom, and then we grew and we got bigger. When we die, it's the same thing. And astral being in time for me is what my wave is, and that for me is, I know that this is the concept. I won't say I know, but there's a bigger me in space, and this is the fifth dimension. KRS-One described it. He said of how, like, this is how Jesus basically not knew he was Jesus, but was Jesus, because Jesus has spent eons and eons in heaven with God. So when he came back down, the connection and the voicing, that fifth dimension, that voice, that's the big you in space. Meaning, so every work that we do on Earth, everything that we do, that's why it's important for us to prepare our bodies. Meaning, because if the body's not taken care of, it can't grow to its next form. And so in this life, it's like, when we get to our highest dimension, every work that we do, if you help people, if you talk, if you dance, you will, like, just how the spirits of those fetuses, they didn't remember any of those conversations with each other, but their spirit was the same. Like, their spirit. So it's about I would say, it's not about, I don't like that word cultivating. Getting together getting to our highest dimension, preparing ourselves, because we're not going to remember, all these things, but every work that you will be able to do, you'll be doing that in a bigger realm. It's just, we are sitting here now helping others and teaching people because we were that third one and was like, man, I can hear the music. Like, we got to start preparing. We got to start getting each other on the right. We got to get each other on the right. We got to prepare ourselves internally, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
Makes sense.
For that next rebirth. Mm-hmm. I truly believe my birthday, and I don't celebrate my birthday. It's coming up, and my family's like, they always ask me. I've never celebrated my birthday. I stopped celebrating my birthday at 4 years old. I stopped because I realized, I looked up, I was like, this is not right. When I was 6, I said I was 86. So I'm 24. That'll make me 111. I'm about to be 112. In my astral being, and it's so much understanding that I can't describe, but it's the dribblers of knowledge that is the most important thing. Like, bro, when we doing these things, we are literally preparing people, because I say my birthday is really the day that I die. The day I die is going to be the day I'm born into the bigger me. And I won't have to remember anything. I won't have to do anything. But because we are doing this, I'm telling you, we'll be doing much bigger things. Because you know how they have, these, bro, it's 2020. They said we went to the moon way back when. It's not about that. But they talk about all this space and we're going to space. There's not going to be a seat for us. Yeah, so it's not a matter of waiting. It's not a matter of waiting on, okay, where are we going to go, blah, blah, how are we going to. We are already prepared. Our people, we have a space. We are already headed to the biggest place that we can go to. It's like preparing. Every work that you do with your hands now, you'll be doing then. You just won't remember it. it'll be in your body's memory, which will be much bigger. Will be much bigger. So it's like, it's literally like breaking free and knowing everything that you're doing. Like that's why I'm like flipping, because when I'm it's just like you want to be able to use everything. Like that's why in this life, if you can break that barrier of that dimension, you will be doing that. Like, and it's everything that has been done and will be done is being done right now. So it's the will that must be prepared, always. And so I'm gonna end on asking you this: what do you think we need to call this mug? Because the thing that I had of a couple seconds ago was high frequency talk, and I was like Myles and Mustafa, or I was also thinking like high disc.
I would call
because I'm really trying to pinpoint it, because I know that titles are very
together in time.
Okay, together in time.
Together in time, because that's really what it all connects to. Together in time. Everybody has their own time, but it's all connected in some way, shape, or form. Time isn't really a real. It's a man-made concept.
Exactly.
But it all still puts us together in time. So it's like we're connected, not by default, but by how can I say it?
That was perfect.
By appreciate it. By not by default. Well, I guess you could say design, because it's not by default. Because God's way wasn't about for us to be stuck to the construct of time. It wasn't about that, because time is a million. Like
time is created by man. Space is what we are supposed to be in.
I think it was like one day is like a million in God's eyes. Like for us, it's like a million years, but it's only been a day for us. Yeah. So it's like
there's two realms. The evil realm is time. And that's why man is in such a rush to make movies and do all these things because they want to, if they can get more people to believe that this is the real life and get on this low disc, that world will keep being real. These movies, all this stuff, like if you believe that, this world gets bigger, time gets bigger, and our era, our statues and who we are, our memories, we're gonna be like, we'll always run your life, basically.
I get what you're saying.
But it's like when we do these things, when you make space, because this is an important thing. It doesn't matter what you do or what we do. If you say to yourself, okay, I can do this if I have more time. No, that's not real. You don't need more time, you need more space. You need to go outside and think. Because this conversation, if we had this in a small room, it would not be the same. Like, I'm talking about a small boxing room. But if we have this conversation outside, if we had this conversation at the beach, your mind's going to be different. So it's not about I need more time. It's like, no, I need more space. We always need more space. Like, if you want to level up, like that's why I say clean your room. If your room is cluttered, you're cluttered. You need more space, because when you have more space, you be like, oh shit, I can see.
It's a lot. It's a lot easier.
I'm gonna name it that. Together in time. That's so cool.
Time, man.
Astral being in time. Sensei Mustafa Swami. I'm here. Say your first and last, or say your name that you want to be presented as. So
Myles K, man. MYLESKAE. Myles K.
Man, and there'll be more talks. This was just something on a whim. I had to do it because dude is phenomenal. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal people that have gotten me here to this place, and it's phenomenal people that keep me here. Like this guy right here, like this man right here. Seriously, and so I'm very, very thankful. And I say God and man, because look, man is what we are in time. Like, think about this: when the earth started, the words man and woman. In the beginning, there was man and woman. Those are words that we did not speak of when we came on this earth. So we have no clue what we are in the beginning. And so in time, we'll go with that. In the beginning, I'm a man, I'm a woman, will make sense, but we are God as well.
Right. You know, I mean, I definitely believe you guys got the ability to create in all constructs of whatever, from building this structure to building something like this app to doing something like this electrical panel. Like, all of this came from here. So it came from here and went to here and made it into what it is. But in order to do that, it's the same. In a way, we're all extensions of God, but we're all gods. If you think about it,
Yes.
we're God's
Yes.
creation, but
Yes.
God gave us the ability to create. So why wouldn't we be God if He
Exactly.
gave us the ability to do the same thing
Yes.
He did? So that's just
Yes.
how I look at it.
Hey, no, that's
So
that's
it's
how we
just-
look at it. That's how I'm telling you. That's how we look at it. That's how us, the people that we need to start speaking and to start being phenomenal and start stepping out, and the people that someone's gonna hear this across time. And it's going to be a confirmation for them, like, oh my gosh, like what I've been doing means something. So, Myles K, Asher Time, Sensei Mustafa Swami out. We'll see y'all soon.